Hello, we're Chemistry Lane doing our last interview ahead of our last gig at Telford's Warehouse on the 31st of January. This will be to promote our debut album. Typical lead singer ego. I'll go first.
Right. Where did the band name come from?
Yeah, we were being pretty rubbish about the band name, really. I think there were lots of names that went that some people either, it was always like some people loved it and some people hated it. And then you were driving around the east side to our Chemistry Lane, and I always remember it as being the one where everyone just went, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And we kind of decided on it to
It's the least offensive one.
How did the band originally get together? Okay, so the origins of the band.
yeah,
It's
so we
sort of after university, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
When we all kind of got back to Chester, and
we had another bassist, and then we didn't have him. He was also called Dan, so we needed another Dan.
yeah,
And luckily we had Dan right here.
Alright, yeah, I'm still the newbie
Yeah.
after
8 years or
8
so.
years.
How did you all meet? Well,
Grinder.
Dan and I met in Countless at Chester Hospital about 2 days after he was born.
Yeah.
We met in school, didn't we?
Yeah, we met in
I
school.
knew your friends before I knew you.
Yeah.
I thought you were always. I didn't like you that much. I don't think.
That's
I
fair.
thought you might be a bit arsey. So, but then your friends said, "Come on," because I had a party in my house and your friends were coming. They were like, "Look, just let Dan come." And I was like, "Oh, all right, if I have to." Peachy got you around, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then you were like, you said, "You got a TV?" And I said, "What for?" And you said, "I want to watch Jules Holland later, radio to playing," and I went, but it was a party, so I felt it was a little bit antisocial, so I denied owning a TV and said, "I haven't got a TV." And you went, "All right then." And then the party went ahead. A few hours later, I thought, "Where's Dan? He's disappeared." So I went into my lounge and he was there watching Radiohead and Jules Holland. And I think I barked at him. "I told you I didn't have a TV." And he just went, shrugged.
That was before
then-
the days of catch up and stuff. You had to watch it at the
That's true,
time.
something on demand. But then you came to my house every night for a week in the half term and we just chatted for about a week, didn't we? And then we kind of became best mates.
Best mates.
Close mates.
Acquaintances.
Yeah, at best.
Do you have a TV now?
No, I threw it out after that week. I don't have a TV now, actually, no.
No.
Do you not?
I have a monitor screen.
So do you have a television in the living room?
Yeah, I do.
So you have a
Still,
television.
I'm just
all this
trying-
time, still denying that he's got a TV to
I'm
people.
just trying to deter Dan from coming around to us to watch something again.
We've got our own TV.
This is, people are going to watch this interview and be like, "I'm going around his house and watching TV."
Or I'm going to steal his television every break.
Can I watch Jules Holland?
Can you remember your first show as a band? How did it go?
I think that was in the Corova, wasn't it? That when it was
With the
downstairs.
mic that smelt like sick.
Yeah, with the mic that smelled like sick.
It was sick,
No, I think it
mixed
was.
with armpit sweat.
Wasn't it an Ox Jam at
Oh, I think you're right.
Oddfellows.
Oddfellows? Yeah.
I think I don't think Dan was in the band at this point.
Your first gig.
But one of the
what
first
do you
ones that
remember?
I remember is it's probably the scariest gig we did was that Flint. Flint,
Yeah,
whatever
that
it
was good.
was, Flint Fest.
That was good.
Oh,
It was at
God.
Flintshire Football Ground.
Yeah.
I was in the audience for that, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just remember going to the Loop before the gig, and one of the locals, huge dude, they came in, and while I was having a piss, he just started punching the wall next to me, punching the tiles, and he's just going, "Student, huh?" Starts punching the tiles.
Your most memorable gig as a band?
My favourite one for just I don't know what it was about the performance was one at a is it called the Corner House now? I don't think it's called. Well, it wasn't when we played
Yeah,
it.
it was the Compass.
The Compass.
Upstairs.
Yeah, upstairs, and there was
That was a
one
good
there
gig.
where we had and it wasn't the best setup. Like there was no monitors for us to. It was just like mic'd up amps, and it was loud on stage. But for some reason, whatever it was, there was an energy that
There was.
proper. Yeah, it
We
was.
were playing with Yo Siren as well.
Yeah,
They
we
played a
played-
great
Yeah,
set.
that was that gig, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's probably my favourite. I just remember coming off that and just thinking, that was. There was
I'd
something
say-
about it. I don't know. Well, God knows what it sounded like.
Do you get anxious on stage
Good question.
when it's going badly?
But I
I
mean,
don't really anymore.
no, I don't.
I do on your behalf, Dan. He's a fucking man.
To me, the anxiety is the setup, getting everything sound checked, and so you've got a bit of
Yeah, being
confidence
prepared. I just want
in sorting it all out. And once you're kind of happy that you can work with the setup on stage, it's fine.
The best gig you've ever been to.
It's a couple.
That Caribou gig with Battles was good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
I don't remember a lot of it, but I know it was really good. And then Prince with you and Richie Hyde,
Yeah,
who
that wasn't bad.
does electronics. On
Only
the
because it
album.
was just Prince.
It's such a
Back row of the
mythical,
O2.
legendary status. It was the same as seeing Neil Young at Hot Farm. It's just that.
That
Yeah.
was a good one. Yeah, he was. Again, he's someone who does the noise really well.
Yeah. They can just hypnotise you like no one else, it seems. Ooh, favourite albums of all time? Tricky.
I'd say Souvlaki by Slow Dive is my favourite. Certainly one of my favourite albums of all time.
I like kind of After the Gold Rush, Neil Young.
That's a
Pretty
good
special
Yeah.
one.
I think Bright Black Morning Light is one of the slowest, most simply composed albums I've really enjoyed over the last sort of 20 years.
The Doors. I love the first Doors album.
What's the funniest story as a band? Oh, there's been many. There's been many.
Simon and leaving shoes at gigs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Simon's weirdness about having not been able to sing wearing shoes.
I can sing wearing shoes, I just choose not to.
Driving to France? That wasn't funny, that was horrible.
Well,
trying to
Simon
buy
trying to
beef.
buy coffee in France. Wasn't it venison? Weren't you trying to do like be a stag?
well,
The
yeah, we were
French
trying
butcher.
to invent sign language to communicate venison to a French butcher who didn't
Instead,
speak any
we
English.
ended up with a very slow roasting
Bad
joint
cut
of
pig.
beef, which I
Yeah.
cooked too quickly. I hadn't had any sleep all night. She was a little harsh on me.
She was quite impatient, I thought. It was clear we didn't.
She was all right with the rest of us. Was that the gig where we got pulled over on the way back?
Yeah.
Is that the Corova gig?
Yeah.
And
I can't remember
With
that.
Bunting taking a piss on the side of the road.
and ran off. We got pulled over by the police.
Because that's how you really like
Actually, that's
allay
probably
their
one of the-
suspicions, isn't it? By running away from the police.
Yeah, that probably answers what was one of the funniest moments.
Yeah, that was probably all.
The police pulled us over, didn't they, to breathalyse me after a gig.
But well, Bunting had been in the back going on about how he needed a piss for ages, and then he was so pissed that he didn't realise
that we'd been tailed by the police
Police.
for a good few
and
minutes
that they
with
were
our
pulling
lights
us
flashing.
over. And so when you
Pulled over, he thought I was pulling over the car for him to relieve himself, and there was a hill. He attempted to run up the hill. It was like a lights, camera, action thing, like he was trying to escape.
The police headlights just.
The police headlights were
caught him.
flashing behind. Well, I just went, Chris, get in the car! That's because I think he didn't realise the sort of enormity of the situation.
Wasn't that enormous a situation?
It was for him, he really needed the toilet.
You passed your breathalyzer test, didn't you, Simon?
I did, yeah.
It was all right,
good,
yeah.
That's fine.
What influenced the sound of your new album?
Questions like that I find so difficult because it's not even conscious what you're doing. I don't think a lot of the time. You
You
just.
can't make direct references.
I think the stuff that we were really influenced by at the start kind of remained consistent throughout the rest of the album. So
Yeah.
Caribou again. I think Caribou was there. With the sort of like more electronic stuff.
Yeah.
And the
And
bass
this-
lines.
The bass.
And with the couple, with the two singles off this album, there's definitely a bit of a pop structure sensibility, isn't there? A sort of efficiency of that type of structure of the two singles.
What was it like recording this album?
Slow,
Painful.
Slow.
It took about 6 years.
I think it took 5, but it took so long
I'd say
that
6.
it's
about 5
it's
years,
difficult to sum it up in a single
Word.
word or emotion. But I think we've done something that's really it's rich in terms of how the kind of the depth of the composition, the kind of layers on it, how fat it sounds.
I have those moments within mixing where I have surprise moments of finding it really exciting again, where you have a bit of a breakthrough with just comping those tracks and then going, okay, we've taken away what we want to from each track, and then with help from the great Gary Lloyd, you'll have a little breakthrough in the mix, even if it's just a little tweak here and there, something like EQ or volume, and you'll go, okay, yeah, it's really singing together now. Those little moments for me are quite exciting, where you get more cohesion with the mix, and that was nice to finish all the recording after quite a long period, and then get into the sort of nitty gritty of actually mixing it, and then obviously going through that process of mastering it. It's interesting to learn.
What's your favourite Chemistry Lane song?
I like Meat Grinder. I like Meat Grinder.
I like Meat Grinder.
My dad heard Meat Grinder, he went, it's good that. He heard and he really liked Meat Grinder. That's the thing, that's as far as we got. I didn't really want them to listen to any more, so I sent them off with the album.
The aesthetic of the drum sound and the bass guitar just fit really well together. I just think it's got a really nice, atmosphere about the mix.
El Accusado is good.
Yeah.
Good tune.
Tearing Wings always satisfies me when I listen to it. I think it's composed really well towards the end. It gets a bit funky towards the end. I quite like it. If you were a fruit, what would you be? I'd be a banana.
Oh yeah, why is that?
Just, it's a good fast food, isn't it?
Oh, who would I be?
Clearly, I've never had to think of this. It's a great question.
Yeah, I was going to say plum. I can't say plum. Plums. I always think I'd be an apple.
Good
Very-
sustenance.
It's pretty unimaginative.
The whole thing, I'd be all apples to all people.
Yeah.
A pink lady.
You know.
You wouldn't be a pink lady. No.
You know, don't tell me what type of apple I can and can't be, Simon. Be a pink lady.
I don't
Be all sorts of apples.
All the apples.
How do you like them? Apples.
Yeah.
I've a particular affinity to an obscure fruit called a horned melon.
That doesn't mean either. But is that?
Um,
I think we're misunderstanding the question here.
what would you be? But okay, so a horned melon is like a mango but smaller and yellow with spikes on it.
Okay. Sell them in domestic supermarkets?
We're not certain
Certainly
about
do.
this, but we.
You're not certain about them.
Because it could have been a hallucination.
Oh, so this fruit doesn't necessarily
It does
exist?
No, it does
Yeah,
exist. I've
totally
googled it
exists.
since.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
it totally
I'm pre-
existed. It's just that, you know, the guy at the till wasn't ready for a horned melon.
No.
Yeah.
No, I quite like kiwi fruits.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Bit hairy.
Yeah. No, the thing is, for years I used to cut a kiwi in half and scoop out the middle.
Mm.
Now I realise you don't have to do that. You can just eat them,
Really?
skin and all.
I did hear.
Does anyone have a funny stroke embarrassing nickname?
Well, Jesus Jones for a few years in school because I
There
got
was a
100
band called Jesus Jones.
There wasn't there?
Is that why you're called Jesus James?
No, it's because I got 100% on an RE test.
What made you choose the instrument you play?
I think I picked the guitar because I just thought.
It was cool.
Well, it was cool. Yeah, exactly. It was cool, and I liked sort of 80s hair metal bands, and they always had like sick guitar solos in them. And I thought, yeah, I want to do that.
Your fondest memory is Chemistry Lane.
That gig we did in Leeds at the Pack Horse with Esper Scout.
Yeah, that's
Well, that's
fine.
I
nice
thought
gig,
that was
yeah.
That's nice.
that was a bit of a moment for
Yeah, it
me in
was.
terms of like how we just something happened there where we played well.
Mm.
It was
Good
the
crowd.
Right, it was the right type of people in the crowd who understood what we were trying to do, and it just gelled between the audience and the band, and I thought that was ace.
Fondest memories are the jams in the studio when they've just got, you know, or just really got onto something. There's really been just a great vibe in the room, and it's just been like, right, yeah, this is, and it's just that sort of like creation in the moment, and yeah, that's when it's sort of like, because that's something you can't do by yourself. You can only do it with, you know, with the people you're in a band with. So I think those probably moments on the fondest where I've been like, yeah, actually we're really quite good.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. When is your next live show? Friday 31st of January. Of next and last gig.
31st. Is that Brexit Day?
Yeah, technically.
So because Brexit happens at 11 o'clock, doesn't it?
11
Because it
AM
happens
or
at
PM?
midnight European time, I think.
PM.
Yeah.
Right.
So it'll be 11 o'clock.
And we're on stage at about 10, 10:30.
So we might be playing our
During
final
the-
show
this-
as we exit the European
Right.
Union.
God.
That's not something you want to go down in history for, is it?
I don't think we'll go down in history for it.
Brexit will go down in history for it. We won't.
I think there might be a bigger news story.
And the band played on.